Here we go, lads.
On the blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. It's the Texas State Bobcats and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job.
Okay, let's go.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. So Boise State's offense will be first on the attack. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver.
Snags it, and he's open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Running inside. It's Riley. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And Boise State, man, it seems like they always find their guy. And Dylan Riley replaces Ashton Genty, and they're going to run the football. Palmer, they make no bones about it. They're a physical run team. They play action off of that, but whoever's at the running back spot is going to get fed.
Yeah, Riley had his big opportunity a year ago, and, man, he shined. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry. He was an explosive play waiting to happen, and I think having that year under his belt now has given him so much more confidence going into this season, and he is going to be the focal point, I think, of this Broncos offense.
With the catch, it's Ford. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
That's great, man.
This time he's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Quarterback making adjustments. There's some room. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here in this game, in this environment. All 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Brad Jackson led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here.
Shit.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. The Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Lowers those pads. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's in open space downfield. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here comes the heat. Intercepted.
I did not expect him to jump that. He did.
That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business recovery.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself.
What the
and
fuck is
what he
that?
does best is hanging. It's not really running, and you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. To the air, it's Madsen. Here's the pressure. The throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his 2nd interception in the first quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We reach the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jenkins. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Over the middle, it's Smith. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to fire on second down. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The play action fake. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you gotta protect. You gotta sell that run. And if the quarterback's gonna do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Scrambling away.
Oh,
Got some
fucking
room into the
God,
goal
dude.
line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats. The extra point here would tie the game.
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40. Finally stopped at the 39. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Riley. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. With the catch, it's Wagner. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
On the run, it's Riley. To the 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. Trying to run, it's Riley. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Boise State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll try it over the left side. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Jackson will throw. Punts it out of the air. Quarterback empties his backfield. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first job. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
It's fucking...
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking for space, it's Riley. Could be an alley. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Timeout taken by Boise State. Second time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
In the red area, it's Riley. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos! His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Rides the back and leaves it. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Corners are going to bail. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 16 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Orange with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Boise. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win.
He'll bring it out. It's Atkins. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Checking in with Coach Kinney at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Trying play action. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself. Give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Jackson gonna throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletions.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half.
Actually, let me see the replay.
Have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
He'll try to feel the button, see if he can give his offense better field position. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, the 5 down here on the Boise St sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered. Just going over 100 yards already.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. He's got him in the flat, and they're able to get him down.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Stepping to the right. He'll get rid of it. On target over the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's insane.
And this is one of those things that are really hard to
Just
stop
like
for a
stuck
defense,
and
man. When that
back
QB
down.
starts to get outside the pocket, now I'm thinking he's going to run it. What are my rules? Nice job by the running back starting to creep back towards his quarterback. Now listen, you throw it over the middle of the field late, it doesn't always turn out well, but on this play, big conversion. Nice job scrambling around, buying some time for his running back to get open.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turn this defensive effort around.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Off play action. Snagged out of the air.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he'll be brought down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Here he goes. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Broncos. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this team.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Jackson will throw. Rushes on him. On the run, fires downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Good football.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Just keeps slinging it. He uncorks one deep. Makes a catch. They will score. Touchdown, Texas State.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays.
Oh, they blocked the extra point.
Pick it up. God damn.
They put together a
He
5-play,
ran through that.
75-yard drive.
I didn't even fucking
And they top
swear.
it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's go down to the sideline and how they roll.
Guys, the vibe down here on the Boise State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Spins away from the defense. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it.
Maybe some room here.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. Picks up the 1st down. At the 20, he's got space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riley. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running inside. It's Gaines. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So,
and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Jackson gonna throw it. That's caught. It's Evans. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. 2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field. Looking to fire. Right on the money. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Upstairs, he's got it. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Jackson will throw. Touchdown, Texas State. A great catch in the end zone.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play. Right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right.